So hello guys, and welcome to another video. And recently, the Rayman and the Phantom Show DLC released for Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and it's just really good so far. So I've played generally like more than half of it, maybe most of it at this point, and it's just really fun overall. It is short since it's DLC, but I feel like not enough people are talking about it, and it's just very underrated in general. Like, I really wish more people were talking about this, since it seems like this was kind of overshadowed by the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct, and it is understandable, since Super Mario Bros. Wonder is very exciting, and, like, more people are, like, looking forward to that game and everything, but it is pretty unfortunate that it released around the time that the Direct happened and everything. So I don't think quite as many people are playing this as there could have been, or just talking about it in general. Like, the perfect time to release this would have been like any other week where this wasn't happening. Like, I feel like the same problem happened with the other DLC pack for Sparks of Hope, or at least the one before this, where there was, I forgot what it was called, since this is actually the only DLC pack that I've played so far, surprisingly, just due to the fact that I was kind of excited about the Rayman DLC in general. I do need to get around to playing the other ones, but yeah, I feel like that other DLC pack got overshadowed by the Direct and Rayman, or not Rayman, but Pikmin 1 plus 2 releasing and everything. But yeah, I feel like this DLC and all of the DLC and Sparks of Hope in general definitely deserve more, like, attention and everything, and definitely deserve more people playing them. Especially with this Rayman DLC, since this seems like the most significant thing we've gotten out of Rayman in like a decade. I know there's been like mobile games, and also like appearances and references like Brawlhalla and everything, but I feel like this is more significant since Rayman actually got a 3D model here, which I don't think has happened, or has gotten, I don't think Rayman has gotten a new 3D model since like the 2000s. So this is just pretty significant overall in many different ways. And it's just very fun in general. It expands upon the Mario plus Rabbids formula in a lot of different ways, and it's just very fun overall. I first kind of want to talk about like how many Rayman references there are, and also just like the general aesthetic and everything. I am a tad bit disappointed that they didn't have like the Glade of Dreams, or like a more Rayman-inspired location here. But I do think it is kind of understandable that they did more of like the approach that they did, where it was kind of like a TV set and everything. Since this is DLC and not its like own, well, I mean, it is its own self-contained adventure, but it isn't like really its own full game. So I do feel like the setting is a little more understandable in this case. Though I do feel like at some point, and I will get into this when I talk about the gameplay, but I think it would be amazing if they did like a full Rayman kind of RPG or Rayman strategy game. Either one would work, but I'll get into that when I talk about the gameplay. But I do like the TV set aesthetic overall. I kind of did grow to enjoy it overall, because I do really like how it looks, and it does incorporate a lot of the Rayman references pretty well. Like, it basically kind of has like the Western set, medieval set, pirate set, and different things, and then like the central area overall. So I do like how they kind of implemented it. It's cool how they kind of made it like wooden cutouts, like a TV set. It almost reminds me of Mario Party 3 a little bit, like how it kind of had like the pop-up, like almost kind of, it almost kind of looked like a set, like a play, or even like a the TV set or something like that, or like an old TV set or something like that, where it had kind of those wooden cutouts and things, or even almost looks like a pop-up book in some ways, like Paper Mario 64. So I kind of like that style, even though I would have preferred if it was like something a little more ambitious, but for DLC it makes sense. It is cool how they kind of had like various Rayman references kind of hidden in the background, like they had the masks from Rayman 2, as well as I saw like Glowbox in the background, which was pretty cool, and various other things as well. So I thought that was pretty cool how they kind of incorporated that. But yeah, I thought the general aesthetic was pretty cool, and I kind of grew to enjoy it. And also the fact that it was kind of centered around the Phantom, which was a pretty funny character from Kingdom Battle in general. So it was cool to see him return and everything, and I don't really want to spoil like any aspects of him, but I thought it was cool. I really enjoyed that aspect of it, kind of bringing back a character that wasn't brought back in Sparks of Hope. So yeah. So the gameplay is something that I also want to talk about here that was really cool and expanded upon the formula in a lot of ways. So Rabbid Mario and Rabbid Peach are kind of joining Rayman, and they're more of like the general, they kind of function exactly how they do in the base game, and like they have the sparks and everything. They're basically just like the ones that use the sparks and everything, while Rayman actually doesn't use sparks, but he has like his own thing this time, which is pretty cool. So basically, Rayman has different costumes, and they're like kind of references to different like costumes and abilities from Rayman 3, which is pretty cool, and I didn't really expect them to kind of go all out on like references to like Rayman 3 and everything, because it seems like they mostly like nowadays, well, I mean, at least a lot of instances like the mobile games and other things kind of reference like Rayman Origins and Legends. So it was really cool seeing like some references to Rayman 3 with the Vortex outfit, since basically the Vortex outfit kind of like allows you to pull in the different enemies, then also kind of inflict damages like on them and everything. So it's almost like a better version of like the glitter spark that you can use. And it's definitely very effective if you have like Rabbid Mario around. So I thought that was really cool. And you can also like use like the blaster twice, like with like either one normally and then one with one of the suits, which I also think is pretty cool. I like that you have that option. And then you also have like the shock rocket as well. So, and then with that, you could actually like ride around on the rocket and kind of like push enemies off of the edge, and I think it's pretty fun to do. And then you also kind of have a pretty powerful blaster as well, so it's pretty fun to use that. And then there's also like these remote blaster things as well that kind of blasts enemies like while they're like jumping up or kind of like attacking you. So I think that's pretty cool, and it really expands the moveset overall. So Rayman's moveset is just generally great and just really enjoyable across the board. Then there's also like even more references like in the like battles as well. Like there's the purple looms you can use to kind of get across the different areas. So, and I think those are just used by Rayman. So Rayman really has like more mobility than the other characters as well, just making him just a very good character overall. Like if he was in the base game, he would be really overpowered with his like abilities and everything. But yeah, I think it's just really fun overall to use Rayman, and I think it's really cool that you could actually punch in the overworld as well. But yeah, the final thing that I wanted to mention here is the Mario elements, like Rayman interacting with the Mario elements. So I haven't gotten to the end of it yet. I'm not sure if Rayman interacts with any actual Mario characters or not, though technically he does interact with actual Mario characters, just not like the main cast, at least to my knowledge, because I haven't finished it yet. But I do think it is really cool that Rayman at least gets to fight some Mario enemies, like the Goombas and different things like that, Bob-ombs as well, and then also collect coins and star bits and interact with like Sparks at least to some degree. So I think at least that aspect of that is really cool. Like at the very least, you get to kind of see like Rayman interacting with some Mario elements. And then you are with like the rabid Mario characters. They are like the hybrid rabbits in everything, like Rabid Mario and Peach. So it kind of is partially interacting with Mario characters, even though they're not like the full versions of the Mario characters. By technicality, they are still Mario characters, since they've only appeared in Mario games and everything, even though they technically are rabid characters as well. So yeah, it is cool that Rayman kind of got to interact with the Rabbids again as well. But yeah, I thought they at least kind of did a little bit of kind of mixing Rayman with some of the Mario elements, even if it was kind of minimal. If they were to do another Mario plus Rabbids game, I think it would have been really cool to see, like, or if they're going to do another one in the future, I think it would be really cool if they could kind of go all out with the Rayman elements and kind of do like a full crossover with Mario, Rabbids, and Rayman. So I think that would be really cool to see in the future. But for now, I think it was pretty good. But one final thing that I wanted to mention here that I forgot to talk about while talking about the gameplay is the fact that with Rayman's abilities and everything, there's a ton of potential for like a Rayman RPG spin-off, or either a Rayman strategy spin-off or a Rayman like action RPG spin-off. Because with all of those abilities that you get, I think it's just really cool in general and just would make for a really cool like action RPG moveset. Made the kind of distance it from Mario plus Rabbids, because this supposed idea would also be like under Ubisoft's umbrella. I think it would be pretty cool if it was just like an action RPG with like some of the combat kind of inspired by Mario plus Rabbids, but a little more action based, but with still like some of the RPG elements as well. I think that would be really cool. And I'd love to see that kind of in an actual game. Though I would like to see an actual Rayman platformer first, whether it be a 2D game or a 3D game, preferably a 3D game. I do think it would be cool if they did like a Rayman RPG or action RPG spin-off. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And make sure to play the Rayman and the Phantom Show DLC for Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Play it. Please play it.